Hey everybody, Zen here with the Jedi Knight with number 7. We're almost done with the Jedi Knight. We're so close. Just one more video. So last we left off, I was looking like a boss. Not really. Actually, I was in a group with Brahma. Some random guy picked up who happens to have the same name as one of my guildies. And we're doing this heroic 2+ quest. Now, in this video, I make quite a bit of progress. I pick up my droid companion, which is always amazing. You can hear the droid actually right there. That's someone else's companion. In this build of the beta, there was a bug where you could hear other people's companions, even if they weren't part of your group or your party. But anyways, me and this guy are working on getting the bonus part of this quest done. And then we come into this weird story-driven area that we were able to make a pretty cool choice, and I'll reiterate the way that group mechanics work for conversations, just in case some of you have not seen, or this is maybe your first video of watching this. But basically, what happens is, and I apologize if you've already heard this from me, but you know how it is. Some people just don't know. And to avoid a lot of questions, I figured I'd answer it right away. So, if I'm in a group with somebody and I choose a conversation piece or a dialogue piece, what'll happen is it rolls for it. So it does just a random roll, and when they choose one, it'll do a random roll. And then what will happen is that one of us will win, right? Obviously, and that person will be able to do the dialogue. So, say I wanted to make fun of somebody and he wanted to make somebody feel better about themselves, and I won, I would make fun of them. But if he won, he would make them feel better about themselves. This gets into strange territory with the whole light side, dark side thing, but they have a very smooth system in the fact that if I choose a dark side option and he chooses a light side option and he wins, I'll still get dark side points for my intentions. Which is pretty cool. The story will play out different, but I'll still get the points that I was looking to get anyways. But that's all like I don't know. It's a really smooth way of doing it, I think. I think getting points for my intentions is a lot better than just not getting points at all, or getting the points that they chose. And from the stuff that I've heard in their interviews with all the developers and stuff, they tried multiple ways of doing it, and that happened to be the best one, and I totally agree with that path they took. So here on this quest, my buddy here was able to finish off the quest quicker than I was. I think I needed still an item, and he wanted me to come down there and do the quest, but I wasn't able to. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just go solo these guys like a boss. And apparently one of those guys is a healer and was healing the droid I was trying to kill. So what ends up happening is I try to go all Skyrim on them, and I end up getting my face owned, even though I go out of line of sight, and they just follow me and kill me. So yeah, but I end up getting the piece I need, and we're able to turn in this quest. But the reason I was talking about the dialogue stuff is because during this quest turn in here, there is a light side, dark side option, and we end up rolling off against it. So I just for those of you who didn't know, that's, I just figured I'd reiterate exactly how it works. So I'm gonna try to call in my probe here. I probably could have just been rezzed, but oh well. And I've noticed that with the probe, I think the timer goes like 30 seconds, or no, like 10 seconds, then 30 seconds, then like 2 minutes, and then it just kind of starts growing exponentially from there. And it's so if you're wondering like, oh, how often can I use that, it looks like you could use it pretty often if you are dying in less than 30-minute increments, or more than 30-minute increments rather. So I get these. Ooh, we even got a green out of going and killing this guy. See, I knew psychopathically. I knew telepathically that's not right either. What's the word for that? Telepathically, Okay, I'm gonna figure out this word, and then afterwards, after this quest, I'll remember. I swear.
Hello, is everything working? If you're talking, I can't understand you.
Translation matrix initiated. Power restored. Performing full systems check. Energy level. I am the gatekeeper. I have slept for over 20,000 years. I am approaching total systems failure.
You're a piece of work, all right.
I am the information and speech engine of Kaleth. I control data storage, system logs, and historical archives. I appear to be dying of extreme mechanical damage. I do not recognize you, but I was not made for curiosity, and there is little time before I cease to function. I can transcribe any information you desire to a permanent record. This will be your only chance to recover my data.
Can you explain that?
I am an information engine. I am intelligent within the limits of my design. I would like to die fulfilling my purpose. Among the units of corrupted data, the histories of two of Kaleth's great lords endure. With the last of my strength, I can provide you with either the history of Lord Avamaravash, the warrior poet, or the history of Lord Maravada, the silent.
How do you want this to go?
I cannot make the judgment. Take the knowledge that you and your people need. Avamaravash, the warrior poet, was a sponsor of the arts and a lover of many women, while Maravada the Silent was a philosopher and a recluse. Avamaravash fought wars and built monuments to our people's glory. Maravada's reign was a time of peace and learning. You must choose whose history to keep.
Preserve the history of Maravada the Silent.
As you wish. This crystal contains the knowledge you seek. Let Kaleth and Tython be remembered. My purpose is fulfilled. Power drain is complete. Systems now terminating. Goodbye.
I psychically knew it was there. Haha! You didn't think I was going to remember, did you? So, anyways, in the dialogue thing right there, you saw that I won, and I got my dark side points that I was looking to get. Now, my group mate, he was going light side, but he still got his light side points, and you could see it very clearly on the party UI and everything. A couple of questions that I needed to answer on this video because I keep getting questions for it. You can set up your party frames as raid frames. Like, think of it as Warcraft raid frames. Actually, that's a really good example. How it's like little square boxes, and you can like adjust everything on it. Like you can adjust the size and where they're at, and numbers on them, like whether the HP numbers and stuff. You have full customization over the raid frames. So if you were wondering, but a few people have asked that question. I also have a few people asking the question, why am I doing this, like current commentary, the after the fact commentary? A lot of our typical subscribers, like the ones that we've had far before we started doing the Star Wars stuff, asked this question, and just to answer it for everybody so I don't have to keep typing it out like I continuously do throughout the days that I'm on YouTube, is that me and Holy wanted to do two sides of the coin there, right? We wanted, for people who wanted to hear the commentary after the fact, hear things that I couldn't really say while I was playing, because it's really hard to sometimes talk and play at the same time. And if you don't trust me, try it. Try to say something intelligent while playing. You'll look like an idiot every time. So even though I even look like an idiot saying it this way, but at least I look less of one, I guess. But basically, we wanted to give you two sides of the coin. So Holy's doing the stuff during the fact, and I'm doing the stuff after the fact to see kind of what our audience ratio is. Do people like it more on the after the fact, or do they like it more during? If you have the answer, like if you have a specific answer to that, let us know. Like, do you like it more after, or do you like it more during? Personally, I like it more during because it's way less work for us. This is literally 3 times the work to do it after the fact, because just between editing alone, not to mention the commentary, so it's a lot of work. But let us know which one you like. I think for sure we're going back to this stuff during when we're doing our Let's Plays, just because it's easier that way. It's more natural that way. It's more funny that way when we're doing it during the actual gameplay. So expect the stuff that we do on live to reflect that way. And that's just because, that's how it is. But for all the guides that we may do, which we plan on doing, Flashpoint guides, operation guides, nightmare operation guides, which is kind of their, hard modes and everything. And we also plan on doing PvP guides, class guides, crew skill guides. We plan on doing guides in general, right? And you can expect those with commentary after the fact. But let's turn in this quest.
You did it! I can't decide if I'm ashamed that I couldn't do it or happy that my mission is complete. There was supposed to be something important behind the boulder.
That was a useless endeavor.
But...
Iniki.
Master Quilljake, why are you here?
Wana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske. Manchi doti puna puna. Kabuk nuni snemo. Kunta chuta. Kasuya likulira. Kanki kum.
But, Master, it's not my fault. I didn't ask for help. I tried to decline.
That's right, Master. I imposed myself on Flingild's mission.
O kakiza spida perupa. Gadwa shiniko higa danulia. Atungi ma chechu. I kutsig nankihe.
Thank you, Master. Your patience and faith in me are a compliment.
Imache. Churon chika jiliska chanaga. Liska taka. Yayoska ukle yuga chesko pukuta.
I had the clarity to commune with the Force. What do you think of that?
Ki batu batu. Manchi doti puna puna. Kabuk nuni snemo. Wana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske.
Maybe next time his trials should make sense.
Liska taka. Yayoska ukle yuga chesko pukuta. Gektusta barawanga. Nesubul kobo pomo?
Yes, Master.
Wana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske.
Does anybody else find those aliens completely hilarious? They look so funny to me. Like, I couldn't imagine one running into combat as a Jedi and, like, slashing things up with a lightsaber, or even just normally deflecting bolts from a distance. Like, it does not compute in my head. It does not make sense. I could never see any of those things ever being agile. It just doesn't work. Like, Yoda works fine, right? They made Yoda really sweet in the movies with how he moves. Obviously, in the older movies, which are actually the 4, 5, and 6, Yoda in those moves much slower. He's much older, but he's got all the power and stuff. But the 1, 2, and 3 were like, he was a boss. He jumped around and acrobatics, and he was crazy awesome. Yeah. I couldn't imagine any of those aliens being like that. Like, well, how would they even... Do they run in? What do they do? Maybe they're all force... maybe that's it. I figured it out. Maybe they're all counselors, huh? Maybe they just do, like, force things, like throw rocks at people and cheer the other Jedi on, because there's no way those things are agile. If you can find a video, right, of one of those things being an agile Jedi, like running around, slashing, I will personally send a message to BioWare, and I'll put it on the YouTube channel of how I think they should be a playable race.
The enemy was obviously too much for you.
Estabolab megmindig uge. Oze disazos homaleban. Merega mozdu. Latlan felit kegob es elenga agiob.
Then I'll meet their hatred with my own and kill every last one.
Vago eliseges. Le hasak. Is as Allah soni parton as Allah zokisal.
I want to name that guy Whale Facey, just because he looks like a whale. Maybe it's the skin that actually makes him look that way. The skin and the eyes, I think that's what does it. Now I'm just rambling on to fill space here, but I actually do have important things to talk about in this video, believe it or not. Aha, you thought I was just gonna ramble on again like I usually do about ethics or whatevs. To be honest, I was just trying to make the Jedi videos a bit more entertaining to watch, because let's be honest, they've, you know, it's okay. I think it's more entertaining to watch a Smuggler or Bounty Hunter. But one thing I wanted to mention was that the droid companion, I think, is so crucial. And I kind of said this in the last video. I think the droid companion is so crucial to the Jedi and the enjoyability of the Jedi. And that boils down into quite a few things. And I think you could look at it as the Jedi story makes the Jedi really fun to play, because of the familiarity with it, since everybody's really seen the movies. And I think the companions you get also make the Jedi worth playing. I mean, who as a kid, right? Some of you are really young, and I appreciate that. But who around mine and Holy's age remember watching Star Wars as a kid for the first time and thinking that R2-D2 was the coolest thing ever? Like, ever. Like, who didn't want R2-D2 to be their little buddy, to walk around with them and, you know, whistle and beep and boop and all that kind of stuff? It would have been so cool. So to have that as your first companion, I mean, it's not an R2 unit, but to have that, like a little droid companion following you around as your first companion, it really sets the entire mood for the rest of the Jedi Knight. And I'm throwing that out there because I know, from what I've experienced so far, I did not like the Jedi Knight until I got my droid. Once I got my droid, it all started making sense. And I think it all revolves around the story as well, because of the story and the droid and the other companions you get later on, which I'm not going to spoil those for you. But for all of that stuff, that it starts to come together. And if you're going to play a Jedi Knight just for leveling one up, enjoy it past level 10, I'd say, when you're actually able to with the droid.
The Flesh Raider camp's out of commission, Master, but they were all Force users. They killed a Jedi named Lauta. His body is in these ruins. What should I do?
We'll reclaim our fallen later. Just got a distress call from the Twi'lek settlement. They spotted Ben Gulmur. Our forces are spread out dealing with the secret camps. We're the only ones who can handle this. I'm on my way to the settlement. Meet me there.
Ooh, will we finally get to... Oh dear. Oh dear. What's with this? Everything respawned. Yeah, let's just heal back up, and let's just decide to Hearthstone. Yep, let's do that. I that was really funny. When I first saw that, I was like, what do I do? What am I gonna do? So I just ran. Anyways, will we finally get to confront the bad guy? I think we will. Will we finally get a lightsaber? Maybe not yet, but probably kind of close, so let's turn this quest in first.
I am pleased to see you return from Caleth. Forgive my impatience, but I would ask, did you power the machine chamber? Was there anything there?
I found more than you ever did digging through dirt out here.
We must each pursue our own methods. May I see what you have? Astonishing. This is a Tythonian data crystal. I've never seen one intact. This is a magnificent find, my friend. Do you know what it contains?
Memories of peace, and of a gentler age.
How interesting. Something to look forward to, then. Now go. Achieve great things. I have my own humble mission to attend to.
So I'll talk a little bit more about the droid, which you see him there. That other person has the companion. I'll talk a little bit more about the droid when I get him, because you'll see why. But I got to go back up over to where do I end up going? I don't even remember. We'll find out. I don't even know what I just clicked on there. I wasn't even paying attention. Maybe I go train, because I haven't trained in a level, maybe? I don't remember. Ooh, somebody behind me. Whoa, were they going somewhere else? That was really cool. I don't think I ever saw that when I was playing. I think it was like I got up or something, because okay, let me say it this way. In Warcraft, if you're on the same flight path as somebody, like the dude like flies inside of you if you're at the same speed as they are. But I wonder if they have like, no, because never mind, I just answered my own question. I just thought of a time when I was playing the Inquisitor, first time I ever played an Inquisitor. Me and Holy moved at the exact same rate, and we were like inside. That's gonna come out wrong. We were inside each other when we were flying around. I'm gonna regret ever saying that. Hey, look, a quest, a distraction quest. What's that, droid? You have a distraction for it? Well, this is taking really long to load. Okay, here we go.
Master Orgus responded to your distress call. I was to meet him here. What's happened?
Nothing. We didn't send any distress call. Things have been quiet since you left. I haven't seen or spoken to Master Orgus.
Master Orgus should have gotten here ahead of me.
I wish you hadn't come. Would have made things easier. We didn't want to hurt you or your master, but we have no choice.
What did you inject me with?
Something to stop you from escaping and numb the pain. I don't want you to suffer.
Bengal Moore came to me, said he'd end the Flesh Raider attacks if we gave him your master.
He wants us to kill you too. I'm sorry.
Your words are wasted. Let's finish this.
Did you see that I had a hard time cheesing there? I was like, should I go this one? Light side, dark side, light side, dark side, light side. Dark side. It was like, I didn't notice that when I actually was playing, but that was pretty funny to rewatch. If you were wondering what I was doing there, I didn't know if I wanted to kill them or not, because it seemed a bit too dark for my liking, but dealt with. At least I get to keep her alive, huh? Hey there.
I surrender. Please don't hurt me. I know it doesn't matter to you, but I did all this to save my people.
Your ignorance astounds me.
My people were dying. What choice did I have? Bengal Moore took Orgus to someplace called the Forge. Reactivate your droid. It might know where to find them. Isn't that information worth some mercy?
I don't believe in forgiving scum like you.
There's nothing I can do to stop you, is there?
If I ever see you again, you're dead.
Thank you for sparing me.
Bengal Moore took my master someplace called the Forge. Do you know where that is? Flesh Raiders stormed in and slaughtered everyone. I barely drove them off.
I am A4PO, Jedi Archivist. How may I help you?
Transmit everything you know about the Forge to my droid T7.
That area is considered highly dangerous. May I inquire why you need this data?
You want a memory wipe? Just do it.
Well, really? I'll report your behavior to the Council when they return. Transmitting data now.
So I got my droid here, right? I got my droid. Okay, now check it out. So we have the 3 customization options there, and I think I have a new chess piece that makes me look less gay. So let's check this out. So first one is like a... Ooh, I just scrolled through them real quick. So, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, first one is like an orange and purple thing. And then the second one was red. And then the first one was the blue, right? And obviously, because I'm a fan of the movies, I'm going to make my T7 be an R2-D2 unit with the colors. So I think that was intentional on the developer's part, going like, we need that. You just can't do it without having the R2 colors. And I actually noticed, believe it or not, I thought the red one was the most common one I saw. I don't know why. I guess anybody who's seen the movies, naturally, in my head, should choose the blue one. It just feels better. But, you know, they didn't. And I think the default is like gold? Maybe yellow? I don't remember. But, yeah, you can make them blue. So, you wanted to relive your Luke Skywalker fantasies, you totally could. Or your Anakin Skywalker fantasies, you could totally do that too. Because... see, there was a red one there. I thought I saw one running around. Anyways, because you can, yeah, you could change it to blue. So I think that's really rad. That was a good idea on their part. I do wish, and I haven't gotten far enough, so I'm not quite sure, but I do know that every class gets a droid when they, not a phone droid. Who do you think they are? If the Star Wars universe had phones, they would all use an iPhone. Hands down, that's what... Oh, hey, look, a quest to remove me from this controversy.
Rotten, procreating beasts. Padawans will start dying if this keeps up. Oh, Padawan. At least you made it through. The Horrents are everywhere lately. Hulking, razor-mawed monsters with nasty dispositions. They're multiplying fast and growing bolder. Some in the water since the Flesh Raiders came. I could use help getting things under control.
What exactly would I be doing?
Eliminating a Horinth matriarch and patriarch will slow the beast's population explosion. But they're tough to find, and even tougher to kill. The matriarchs and patriarchs tend to gravitate in different clearings. You'll have to hunt them down separately, if you're willing to help.
I'll do it. But we have to find a better solution for the future, so senseless slaughter isn't our only recourse.
Agreed, but right now our options are limited. Would really help if you remove any of the beast's eggs you see, but it's up to you. Hope you fare well. I'll be here holding down the camp.
Anyways, I think, right? If you know better, let me know. But I think that every class in the game gets a droid when they get their ship. It's kind of like the second companion you get, but it's not quite a companion, because I don't think they have like their own storyline or anything. They kind of have a story of how they were on the ship, like the Smuggler one. Like the droid just, I think, happened to be on the ship, or maybe it was delivered to your ship or something like that. I'm not quite sure how that works, but each of the droids have like their own little thing going on. So I think as a Jedi Knight, you make it one of those golden droids, and if you do that, you could relive all of your R2-D2 C-3PO fantasies. I don't want to think about those, but your dreams of having an R2 unit or C-3PO unit, you can relive those by having your 2 droids. Now, the problem that I have is you can't have 2 companions out at once, which is kind of frustrating, but at least you could see them both on your ship, right? Maybe that'll be changed in a later version of the game, or maybe you can have a buddy have like the R2 type unit, or the T7 is what it is, and then you can have your own golden droid thing out. It might be gold or it might be silver. I don't quite remember what I've seen so far, but yeah, if not every class gets a droid, let me know. I think if you've ever seen, and you should go look it up because it's sick. If you have ever seen the Imperial Agent ship, it's like the pimped out version of every single ship. It is so cool, and I don't know why. It's like the Bond car, right? You know how Bond always drives an Aston Martin, and it's always really sick. Like it's just always got like the coolest gadgets and stuff on it. That is pretty much the Agent ship in a nutshell. I mean, that's what it is. It's got like these nice leather seats. It's got like a cool like galaxy map table thingy magic. No, it was like a holocron table thing. It looks like it's a conference table. It's really sick. Like their entire ship is probably the coolest one. And they may get a different droid. I don't quite remember. So if you know that, let me know. I could probably go look it up. In fact, that's what I'm going to go do. So let's see what I can find. Okay, so what I found is that it looks like all of the Empire classes get the same droid, and all of the Republic classes get the same droid. The Republic one is the C2N2, which is like looks like an R2D2 unit, except it's got like a weird like brace face like thing going on, like it's weird. You'll see what I mean when you actually see it. And then the Empire gets the 2VR8, which is like this. It's like a weird droid that you may have seen something kind of like it in like the first like episode 1. It's weird. It's kind of cool, but it's weird looking. It's got a pizza face, is what I call it, where it's shaped like a V. But I just noticed something too. Just because I was interested, because people were voting. I think the most votes I've gotten for what class I should play when live comes for my Let's Play is a Sith Warrior, and the first two companions you get are both female. Now everybody's been saying that they want me to, on the warrior, to romance Veti, or whatever her name is, the Twi'lek. But there's also another chick you get right after that is, I think, also available. So who knows? Maybe I can come up with a weird story arc there, but we'll see how that goes when I actually get to that point. As a reminder, the game comes out on the 20th, but Holy and I should be playing on the 13th because we ordered literally within the first hours of the pre-order being available. And we also redeemed our code within that time as well, because we both ordered off of Origin Digital Deluxe version, so we had our codes instant. It was amazing how quick that was. And I apologize if you ordered from GameStop. That was probably a bad idea. That will always be a bad idea because GameStop is awful. But the ordering from there made it so a lot of people didn't receive codes to begin with, or received them incredibly late, or received codes that were actually already used by people. So there was a lot of issues there. So if you ordered from them, like I said, I apologize, but the people who ordered from Origin should have gotten their codes right away and redeemed them right away. For the people who didn't know, all of the early game access stuff is first come, first serve. So the sooner you put your pre-order code in is the sooner you get to start. That doesn't mean that you're, like, if you ordered within the first month, it doesn't mean that you're going to be on, like, day one. But so I guess the best way to describe it is good luck getting in really early, like Holy and I, unless you ordered within that first day. I can't really guarantee that you'll be in on the 13th. I can't actually guarantee that we'll be in on the 13th. It may be really close on where we landed on the time for that. But the early access now starts on the 13th, and I've said that like a million times since I first found it out. But this is the end of this particular video. And in the next video, I will talk a lot more about my droids, like I promised in this one, but it didn't. So until next time, we'll see you next time.